Hello and welcome to today's mindful practice. Today's practice is going to be all about deepening our internal awareness. So we're going to be holding each pose for about 10 breaths, and I'm going to encourage you today to really try to stay focused on that breath. Each time the mind wanders and you notice you're thinking about the future or the past, just take note of what's come up for you. Take note of any impact that's had on your emotional reality. And then see if you can allow that to fade away, bring your attention back to the breath. So being disciplined in where we direct our attention today for the next several minutes. So this will not only help us go deeper into our poses, accessing deeper flexibility, but it's also going to help us become more aware of our own state of minds and our patterns of thinking and how that affects us as well. So for today's class, we won't need any blocks or any props unless you think that you may need something for extra support. That's up to you, but it's not required. So go ahead and grab a mat or whatever you have available to you, and let's go ahead and get started. All right, friends, we're going to start at the back of the mat today, finding our seated forward fold or a caterpillar pose. So just extending those legs ahead of us. And this is one place where it's up to you. If you want a little extra help sitting tall here, you can wedge the hips with a pillow or a blanket, but it's not required. So we're going to inhale, lengthening through the spine. As you exhale, first begin to just fold as much as you can with this flat back here. And if you have a little bend in the knees or you want to place the hands under the knees to protect them and protect the low back, that's completely fine. Let's take another inhale once you're as far as you can with that flat back. Then as you exhale, if the body allows today, begin to allow that head and chest to melt forward. And so depending on where you're at, maybe you're going to keep those hands under the knees. Maybe you're going to reach for the toes. But begin to relax everywhere in the body here, softening through the ankles and the legs, even the arms, finding a passive state in this pose. And then we're going to bring our attention to the breath now. Taking our first deep inhale. Exhaling completely. Inhale for 2. Exhale, emptying those lungs. Inhale for 3. With your exhale, maybe letting out a deep sigh. Softening a bit deeper here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling for 5. So if you can soften a little more through the back of those legs, exhaling completely. Inhale for 6. Exhale. Inhale 7, keeping the mind here, noticing what's happening in the body, softening with your exhale. Inhale for 8. We'll be going a little deeper into the pose if the body's begun to let go with your next exhale. Inhale 9. Exhale completely. And take one more deep inhale here, filling that low belly space. Let out a full sigh. Next inhale, gently rolling that spine back up, vertebrae at a time. Now we're going to bring our right leg over the left, thinking about aligning those knees. But if you have a looser shoelace here, that's okay. This is our single leg shoelace pose. So just do your best here. Inhale as we lengthen through the spine. Again, once more, finding that flat back. As you exhale, first folding from the hips, that flat back as far as you can. Take another inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, maybe allowing that head to come over the knee here. And again, you can also keep the hands interlaced underneath that knee for a little extra protection here. And if you're gonna just stay sitting up today with that flat back leaning forward, that's totally fine too. So find your pose, and then let's come back to that breath, taking our first deep inhale. Exhale, softening through those areas of tension, releasing any thoughts, any concerns, being fully here. Inhale for 2. Exhale, letting go of anything that's not serving you in this moment. Where you are is exactly where you need to be. Inhale for 3. Let it go. Inhale 4. Exhale. Inhale for 5. With your next exhale, maybe finding a deeper edge, a little deeper position in the pose if the body is beginning to let go. Inhale for 6. Exhale completely. Inhale 7. Exhaling away that tension, imagining it melts out of the body. Almost there, friends. Inhale for 8. Exhale. Softening even through those facial muscles, every little area you can. Deepening the sensation. Deepening your presence. Inhale for 9. Let it go. Last inhale on this side. Exhaling completely. And then beginning to gently roll that spine up. I'm going to release that right leg. And just take it to the other side now. Left knee coming over the right knee. Again, trying to align them best you can. But if you have that looser shoelace today, that's okay. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Find that flat back. As you exhale, folding first from the hips. And again, maybe you're going to stay here today. Maybe that's plenty for you. If you're ready to go deeper, take another inhale. As you exhale, allow the head, the chest to melt forward over those legs. And let's come back to the breath now. Inhaling 1. Exhaling completely. Inhaling. Noticing any difference on this side compared to that first side. Exhaling fully. Inhaling for 3. Again, if the mind is wandering at all, just being curious about why it's going where it is, noticing how that's affecting you. As you exhale, let it go. Coming back to the breath. Inhale fully. Exhale. Inhale for 5. And let it go. Inhale 6. Softening anywhere you can soften in the body. Exhale, releasing what's no longer serving you. Inhale for 7. And let it go. Inhale 8. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale fully. Last inhale here. Let out that deep sigh. Then again, gently release, rolling that spine up. And here I'm just going to turn on my mat. You can stay the long way if you prefer. Give yourself a minute if you need to after that pose. And we're going to find our way into our fire log pose. So this time we're bringing the right ankle over the left knee. Thinking about getting those shins pretty parallel to the front of the mat, or the edge of the mat here. And first you're just going to think about pressing that knee down towards the foot here. So maybe you're going to just stay sitting up today in this pose. Actually, we're all going to just stay sitting up in this first. So the next thing we're going to do, and I'm going to give some variations here. If you want to go into the upper body a bit as well, you can inhale, reach that right arm. So whatever knee's on top, that arm's reaching up. And you can either just grab that elbow or meet the hands behind the back, binding the hands here. As you exhale, tip the ear toward the left, so toward the arm that's down, not overhead. Take some adjustments, just find where the tension is in your body. And you can either stay sitting up here today, or maybe you're going to lean forward a bit, going a little deeper into the hips as well. So find your pose, find your variation. And then let's inhale for 1. Exhale completely. Inhale for 2. Let it go. Inhale 3. Exhale fully. Inhale 4. Noticing where that tension is in your body, bringing that breath there. Exhale, imagine it melt away. Inhale. Exhale. Staying present, staying in the body. Inhale for 6. Exhale, going a little deeper if the body's beginning to release. Inhale, 7. Exhale. Almost there. Inhale for 8. Exhale, tension melting away. Softening through the face, through the whole body. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. Exhale fully. And releasing those arms. Gently releasing the legs here. Just taking it to the other side now. So again, bringing that left ankle over the right knee. First, think about just pressing that knee toward the heel here. And so again, maybe you're just gonna do the legs today, and that's totally fine. If you wanna go deeper into the upper body, let's inhale, left arm overhead. Again, grabbing that elbow or meeting the hands behind the back to take a bind. You can also use a towel or a strap to grab each end of and slowly work the hands together to get closer toward the spine as well. So inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, begin to drop the right ear toward that right shoulder. Finding your pose. And let's take our first inhale. With that first exhale, maybe finding that slight fold through the hips. Exhaling completely. Inhale for 2. Exhale, letting go. Again, taking note of any difference on this side compared to that first side. Inhale for 3. Let it go. Inhale 4. Exhale, surrendering. Inhale 5. And exhale, accepting this moment for how it is, for what it is, for all the sensations, any thoughts that are here. Just noticing, anchoring to that breath, be fully here. Inhale for 6. Exhale. Inhale. Let it go. Inhaling 8. Exhaling. Two more breaths here. Inhale. Let it go. Last one, deep inhale. And let out that deep sigh. Releasing the hands now. Gently releasing those feet, maybe taking a little shoulder roll, anything you need here. We're gonna come onto our back just for a moment, just to take a slight rebound since we're in those poses a bit longer. Allow that fascia to slowly come back to prevent risk of injury. And while we're here, I also invite you to take a scan through the body, feeling the echo of those first poses. Noticing any areas that feel a little different in the body, maybe a little more open, maybe a bit tingling or buzzing, where we've increased that flow of energy and circulation. Just noticing the state of the mind. Allowing yourself to be fully here. Take one more inhale. Letting it go. And then when you're ready, go ahead and turn over onto your belly. We're going to counter our forward folds now, taking our Sphinx pose. So bringing those elbows beneath the shoulders here, hands, arms straight ahead with palms flat on the mat, fingertips spread. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, allow the shoulder blades to draw down and back, so we don't want them to be up by the ears here. And here we have some options. You can just stay in this position, or you can bring the heels up towards the glutes to go a little deeper into the low back, or extend through the arms, taking our seal pose, experimenting with bringing those arms closer, further from the body, just to find your pose here, whatever feels best for you. And then again, we're gonna come back to that breath now, finding your stillness, relaxing through the ankles, through the legs, the glutes. Let's inhale for one. Exhale, softening anywhere you can soften in the body. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Inhale for 3. Exhale. And again, you're welcome to go a little deeper, taking a different position throughout this pose. The body feels like it could use a different variation or a little deeper sensation. Inhale for 4. Exhale fully. Inhale, 5. Exhale, softening through the whole spinal cord, through the legs, glutes. Inhale, 6. Inviting that breath into the full spinal cord. Let it go. Inhale, 7. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, surrendering to this moment. 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Let it go. Last deep inhale. Taking that sigh. And then gently allowing that chest to melt back to the mat. When you're ready, let's turn over to our backs again. And we're going to finish some spinal twists today. Bringing those knees up. Let's bring the right knee over the left. If you can, see if you can bring that foot around the ankle as well. If you can't, that's totally fine. Just bring that knee over. Here we're going to take our first inhale. As you exhale, drop the legs to the left, looking over that right shoulder to complete the twist. And here you can bring the knees up a little closer toward the chest to go a little deeper, or slide them down to make it a little less intense. Let's inhale for 1. Exhale. Inhale for 2. Just be sure both shoulder blades are staying grounded to the mat here. If they're not, then don't go quite as deep into that twist. Exhale. Inhale for 3. Let it go. Inhale 4. Exhale. Inhale, halfway now. Let it go. Inhale, 7. Exhale. Inhale, breathing into those internal organs through this twist. Let it go. Two more breaths here. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Last inhale. Let it go. When you're ready, gently untwisting now. We're going to take it to the other side, bringing that left knee over the right. Again, bringing that foot around the ankle as well as if you can. As you exhale, allowing the knees to fall to the right this time. Again, knees closer to the chest to make it a little more intense, or lower to make it a bit easier. Looking over the opposite shoulder to complete the twist here. Come back to that breath as we inhale for 1. Exhale, surrendering to the pose. Inhale 2. Let it go. Again, noticing any difference between the two sides. Inhale, 3. Exhale. Inhale for 4, staying with your breath, staying in your body. Softening anywhere you can soften with this exhale. Inhale, halfway. Let it go. Inhale. Exhale, surrender. Inhale, 7. Exhale fully. Breathing it in. Letting it go. Two more now. Inhale. Exhale. Last inhale. And let out that deep sigh. Good. Gently untwisting the body. When you're ready, we're going to plant those heels here to just lift the hips. Excuse me, roll the spine down one vertebrae at a time, just to neutralize that spine. And we're going to extend the legs here, extending those arms by the sides, palms facing up. As we just take a short shavasana now, taking a moment to once more feel the echo of those poses, feel any changes that have occurred physically, as well as noticing any changes that have occurred in the state of the mind or emotions. Noticing if perhaps you feel a little more calm, a little more present. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, feel the weight of the body melt a little deeper against the surface beneath you. So you relax everywhere, allowing everything to be totally heavy. Softening through the feet and the ankles, lower legs, thighs, glutes and hips. The back, torso. Softening through the arms, hands, shoulders, the neck, and every little facial muscle. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, surrendering to this moment. I'd invite you to stay in Shavasana even longer if you have time today. If you're ready to finish and move on with your day, invite some gentle movement back into the fingers and toes. Maybe rock the head side to side. Stretch the body any way that feels right for you. And then begin to turn to your right side and meet me seated at the center of the mat for a final closing breath together. Taking our final deep breath in as we reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to prayer at heart center. Taking a moment. Just thank yourself for honoring the mind and body in this way today. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for today's mindful practice. I hope that it has you a little bit more centered as well as more open throughout the body for this day ahead of you. If you enjoyed this class, please be sure to give it a thumbs up as well as subscribing to my channel to stay up to date with more classes in the future. I hope you have a wonderful day and I'll see you again soon. Namaste.